Okay, so what does your gear list look like if you're doing the Grand Canyon rim to rim packing in one day? I'm going to show you what's recommended and what I'm thinking about doing. So let's get into it. All right, so I am on the K2 Adventures website because this is the company that I'm using to get me from point A to point B when I do the Grand Canyon rim to rim. And this is their packing list. So you may or may not agree with this depending on your own personal experiences with hiking, but it's a great place to start, okay? So let's take a look at it, right? They've got mandatory items here. So obviously, right, you gotta have a backpack, okay? And you gotta be able to bring, it says here, 25 liters, okay? So 25 liters of water, and then you'll also see, over right here, right, 2 additional, right? You need to be able to hold at least 2 to 3 additional liters of water. So we're looking at a minimum of 27 to 30 liters of water. Now they do have refill stations on this trail, right? So you don't have to carry all the water that you need all day, but you need to be able to bring that much water, right? So you can make it from that station to the next station, no problem, right? All right, a pair of trekking poles. No folding poles. I went to REI, I talked to somebody, I ended up with the Black Diamond poles. They're great poles. I have nothing against them, but it turns out that I really just don't like using trekking poles. I don't know why that is. I just really don't like doing it. I spent a lot of time over the summer practicing with them. There are definitely some trails where I'm like, yes, I'm glad I have this for this particular spot. But also there were trails where like I didn't bring them, and if I'd had them, I would have used them, but I didn't bring them and I got by just fine. I will bring them on this trip because it's better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. And they told me to bring them, so I will be bringing those. So that ran me, I don't remember, about $120 to $150. I don't quite remember. And then I did need a new backpack too. So you're looking easily at $500, depending on what you already own and what you need to fill in. Anywhere from $500, I think, up to $1,000. $1,000 might be a little high, but maybe more like $5,000 to $8,000, depending on what you already have, what kind of shape it's in, what you might need to fill in or replace. Okay, I already have great hiking boots. I'm not anticipating needing to replace those, and I already have plenty of socks. So obviously you'll need some good socks. I am probably going to buy like some new things in here. I already have a jacket that'll work just fine, but I'll probably get a couple new shirts to bring with me, but that's not a big deal. You need a good hat, wide brimmed hat. Highly recommend that. Headlamp. I got a headlamp. I tried it out. It's fine. It's not my favorite thing to use. You're in general not going to find me signing up for hikes on a regular basis where I gotta use a headlamp, but it's fine, whatever. And then a pair of sunglasses, side protection recommended. If you've ever been in the Grand Canyon, it's bright, okay? I've never been hiking, but I've been rafting in it, and that is an excellent suggestion. I did get a pair of those on sale. So the good news about this, right, is like if you think about this far enough in advance, like I'm picking up stuff at REI when it's on sale. I'm spacing out when I'm buying things, right? Like I'm not just showing up and buying all of this stuff at once. I'm kind of picking it up here and there. Then lightweight gloves. It's probably going to be cold in the morning. I don't have, I think, any appropriate gloves. I'm going to have to get some. And then all of this right here, right? You have to bring, well, with the exception of gaiters and sunscreen, let's just do this right here. You have to bring your own snacks with you on this trip, right? Even though I'm paying a company to get me through, they're not bringing everybody snacks, nor do I want them to bring my snacks. I have things that work for me. We will talk about that in a separate video, but you definitely want to sort out what works for you and how you need to eat before you get, before you get to this point where you're going. You want to give yourself plenty of time. But we'll talk about, like I said, we'll talk about that in a separate video. Obviously sunscreen, obviously lip balm. I don't know if I'm going to need gaiters because my hiking boots come up pretty high, but you may or may not want gaiters. And then they've got like a bunch of optional, things that you might want to bring with you. I'm probably not going to bring most of this, like I'll bring tissues, I'll obviously bring a first aid stuff, blister kits just in case, hand sanitizer I always bring with me when I hike, no matter what, so I can have my hands clean before I eat. You know, that sort of thing you have to consider. And then I think that's really it. So you can see like your biggest expenses in here are going to be your hiking boots, your backpack, and probably your trekking poles, because you're going to want all of those things to be, you know, of the highest quality. The sunglasses I think ran me about $100 to $125 too, but like I said, I got them on sale. So just something to be aware of. Anything else that you think beyond food, which we'll have a separate discussion about, that we need to consider, head on down to the comments and let me know what else you think might need to be added to this list or what you think can go.